Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Mike Lebanon, and I'm a double diamond with Max International. And I want to welcome you to this video called Third-Party Credibility. When I started 15 years ago, this was one of the hardest pieces for me because I was always a business owner and did everything by myself. And then I read a couple of books, like the first book, my first year in network marketing. And then my second book I ever read in my life in network marketing was Who Stole My Cheese? When my mentor and coach at the time told me about, who stole my cheese, I said, I'm not a mouse. I'm not interested in hearing about cheese. He says, it's not about cheese. So trust me, if you're like me and you're saying, I don't know if I'm going to do third-party credibility, it took my business to a whole new level. And by the way, if I were you, I'd buy those two books. I would buy the book, Who Stole My Cheese, and also First Year Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. So third-party credibility is when to use it. It's during the follow-up and the closing. See, using a three-way call as part of the next assignment or another exposure. Make sure you're on the next step. Make sure they've seen something, okay? And that's the key, is they've seen something. Now, to me, this is the most important slide, and I'm going to spend just a few more seconds here on this, is that number one, it builds credibility to you and the company and to them. Number two is connects your prospects to something bigger. See, if you're like me and you live in a small town of Alexandria of 3,000 people, everybody knows each other here. But when I go to Ottawa, or if I go to Toronto, it's like there's millions of people there. So it's a whole new ballgame. But when you're on the phone with somebody, in today's world, when I started, it was only like like an ordinary phone. But today, I try to do everything on WhatsApp, everything, because you want to see people. To me, seeing is believing, and it's a true statement for anything in business. It builds a relationship. I have people that are several levels for me that are my best friends, but it started with somebody I sponsored, who sponsored, and then we found the diamond. And don't kid me, we found many multi-level in the diamonds. No, different levels down, we found the diamond. And it's another exposure, builds a relationship, and you're finding your next leader. That's what I want to stop on. You're always looking to identify your next diamond levels, your next diamond. The people that want to run with this more than the people that you just sponsored. They're hungry, they're motivated, hungry for success. They're motivated. They want to go to the next level. They just don't know it yet, but you can feel it. As you go on, as you start building your business and you start getting traction, you'll know when somebody's hungry for success. Business building, this is business building while being trained. It's no cost. Just look a little bird, stay on the video, three of you, and listen to what the expert's going to say. Do it on WhatsApp or live phone if you can. You can do a regular phone call, but I like to do everything on the WhatsApp. I like to see people. The validation of you, especially if you live in a small town. I got to tell you, the first few times I did a call with somebody in the States or Canada, and they were saying nice things about me as they were the upline. People were saying like, what? You're talking about Mike? Credibility. It brings you credibility. Trust me. And then you make sure they've seen, this is the most important thing, is I don't want to get on a call, on a third-party call, knowing that person is going to say, can you tell me what are the products? Can you tell me how this works and this works, when you know that should have been done? All right. So because time is really limited, you want to work with people that are going to be coachable, knowledgeable, but you want to find your aces. You want to find your the people that's going to really take this business to the next level. So you're in a sorting process. And then move prospect to the next step, and it's duplicatable. So the third party is your prospect with an expert. That's it, that's all. And when the expert's on the phone, I'm going to show you in a minute, you don't say nothing else. So here goes. You make sure you know how your technology works with WhatsApp. It's so easy, you just press a button and determine the purpose, the desired outcome. See, I do a lot of calls. I do a lot of third-party credibility call if somebody wants to have a specific product. If somebody says to me, well, they want to go diamond, they want to know how you did it. I had a call just the other day, said, has anybody ever went gold in 60 days or less? We have. Lynn and I went 47 days gold. our first full month, we went gold. That was $30,000 of sales. And I was on the phone with the young lady, and the young lady says, "Can you coach me and mentor me?" I said, "Absolutely." All right. So you just never know when somebody's going to get on the phone with you and you see that they want to run faster than you. And when they're in your business, you're going to be pretty happy you put them on the phone with me, because we'll both work. We're going to both work with that person. So determine the outcome. Sometimes it's because, oh, can you talk to them? They're really excited about the business, about the product, but I want to get them on the next Zoom, and I'm the person who's going to be doing the next Zoom. Or it could be you're going to put them on the phone with my wife, Lynn, because she does the next Zoom. Okay. Could be because you want them to try the product. And we have a similar background and you want to put them on there. Come to an event, online or offline. Enroll them in the business. I love when somebody's seen all the information and I'm here to answer their questions. It's easy. There's only several questions somebody can ask, like several objections. And there is another video down the road here that you can listen to about objections. Set a time for a call. But I got to tell you a secret. You ready? If you work in Latin America, South and Central, if you work in the Asian market, if you work in, the African market, sometimes the reception is not all the way there. So what I tell people, if they're not there when we try to do it, let's do a WhatsApp group. Mark my words. I've done, I'm going to say thousands. You do a WhatsApp group. You share a video. I'm going to share with you how to edify me. I'm going to show you how I'm going to edify you. And so you brief your mentor, either live or you leave a video on WhatsApp. Brief your mentor on what your prospect and the purpose, desired outcome. Remember, it's always the desired outcome. My question when you get on the phone with me and you want me to talk to somebody, I'm going to tell you, what is our next step? Do you want me to get them to a webinar? Do you want me to do a one-on-one on a webinar with them? Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do that? I know the questions. So here they are. Make the call. If I'm the expert, you're the associate, and you've got a prospect, so you would introduce your mentor, would be me. And then the leader would edify them live or on WhatsApp group. See, that's the trick. If you can't get it live, and very often, I'm going to say that 1 out of third-party validation, the person's not there because the internet doesn't work. So automatically start a WhatsApp group and let's interchange video messages. And it works. It works. Turn the conversation over to your mentor or leader. If it's on WhatsApp video, live or on live, you share and you tell me who your prospect is and you edify me. And then when I get on, I'm going to edify you and leave a voicemail for your prospect. It's that easy. It is that simple. All right. It is so simple that it is silly. But when it comes to the person will be able to replay the video, it's amazing. I've had people that just are amazed. They call me back and they say, "I'm so sorry that I wasn't here when you called, but I'm very interested and I'm ready to sign up." Video, not just a voicemail, video WhatsApp, and get excited because it does work. And so when do you use this? During the follow-up and close. Because see, if I get on the phone with a prospect, either they're live or not, I'm going to ask them, listen, what did you like? Can you let me know? Was it the product or making money or both? Because for me, it was both, but let me know. And I'd like to invite you to a webinar tomorrow at 9 o'clock. If you can call me back from here to then, great. If not, it's okay. We'll talk after the webinar. And by the way, Brian is a workaholic. This gentleman is coming. He came in our business a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago or a couple of years ago, and he's been an asset to our team. You are so lucky that you're going to be working with him because I'm the most positive person you're ever going to meet. And he told me so much about you. You're an entrepreneur. You do this, you do that, you do this, you do this. You're just like me. And I know we're going to partner up. So let me say congratulations. Get on the webinar tomorrow night. It'll be live. And then let's talk after. Fair enough? Thank you. If you need to call me, call me. If not, we'll talk after the webinar. Have a great day. You see how simple that was because I do it on a daily basis. So you close off the call or you close up the WhatsApp video by saying, if we've been back and forth live, I say, listen, thank you. And I give it back to you and you say, well, thank you, Mike. Thank you for being on the call. And what is our next step? Our next step is to sign them up. I answered all their questions. Is it to get them on the next webinar? Is it to get them on the product? What is it? We've already laid the foundation, and that's it. You just do what you have to do. Get them involved in the business or follow up. Simple as that. See, your role was to edify your upline business partner, to edify your prospect, to stay quiet during the presentation, because here goes. Okay, listen to this. If you do a WhatsApp and I'm the expert and you've got your prospect, is it true that you're not going to say anything because we're going to go back and forth? If you don't say anything back and forth when we're on the WhatsApp, why would you say something when we're live? Because you're not supposed to say anything. Let's the expert and the prospect do all the conversation, the heavy lifting, and the only thing you do is you stay there, you look, and you listen. Listen to both sides of the conversation. Stay quiet. And at the end of the call, with your prospect, be clear on what the next step is. Your mentor, leader's role is to edify you, bring you credibility, to build relationship with your prospect, to move your prospect in the next step, the desired outcome, if possible. And I'm going to say that most of the third-party validation that I have done, I'm going to say 50% of them don't join right there and then right now because they just don't have the money. And it takes them sometimes a couple of days, couple of weeks. I've seen a couple of months. But you know what? When they come in, they're ready. They prepare, they do their list. They might go get a few customers to get involved, right? But they get involved. See, you don't know who will be your next diamond. Never quit. This is one of the most intricate piece of the puzzle. If you've ever done a puzzle and you've got 4 or 5 pieces of puzzle left and they all look the same, this is where you do your masterpiece, is when you put these things together and you create a legacy for yourself and your family. Best decision you've ever done. Congratulations, getting involved. Let's do as many third-party validation calls or WhatsApp that we can. My name is Mike Lebanon. I look forward to seeing you at our next live Zoom meeting or next live Zoom training. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.